What's up guys, Electrostats here. I just wanted to say that this video was recorded live on twitch.tv/electrostats, and you can follow me there so that you don't miss my live content. And on that note, enjoy the video. 105 on Expert Plus. Dude, we got some gamers in the chat. There it is. What I request here, basically I'm gonna open the queue whenever I'm done going through all of these replays. Oh, I love that map. That map is so easy to see the swing curve and like the positioning and everything. Oh. Is this replay miss too? Hold up. I have to check. Was that an FC? Oh my gosh, why is there so many misses? There's no way this is an old replay. Why is there so many misses? Due to height? Usually height is considered for replays. And this replay video was supposed to fix all of this, but... Just your replay mod? I don't have a replay mod. It's literally a storesafer.dll. I think the room height is what goes wrong. Do you have any room Y offset? I switched to 124 as well, so I'm on the most updated version. I definitely think there's a bit of an inward curve, especially on these tap jumps. There was quite a fair bit of inward curve. Wait, what? Was that genuinely an invert dots? I didn't know that map had that. I completely forgot that was a thing. I guess I never noticed when I played it. Why? Is it for expert player? Try to be relaxed whenever playing, as much as you can. Don't tense your muscle. Yeah, this replay is something else. Hold up, did you say he had any room? You have negative 0.5 Y? I think that's exactly why. So I think that from the replay perspective, it looks like your player height is very, very high, but I believe it's literally just because of replay. I guess that your player height is actually correct. 100 great points, god. Yeah, Tryler, I would definitely point those sabers a little more towards the outside, and it would probably help with those outer lane. Good review that you got mod for some reasons. SMH. I can give you VIP back if I take off your mod busy if you want. Sure. Alright. On mod. Busy. And then VIP. Alright. I can see the stamina here. Alright, that's actually not too bad. How did you make your profile picture? It's someone that made it for me. It's fan art. Okay, so not a bad replay overall. The first thing that's very, very obvious is the inward curve. There's a very big amount of inward curve on both of your hands. I think a little more on the left, but pointing both of your sabers more towards the outside would definitely help. Another thing also is on some of these jumps, finding the proper angle for your wrists. So whenever you're playing these jumps, even at the, right at the beginning, you have the right angle, but as soon as the note actually goes down to the middle row, you really have to turn your wrist way more than this. So right now you're swinging this like way more like up and down, but you have to really swing this perfectly at 45 degrees angle. Here, what I would recommend for playing linear jumps is there's a very, very interesting trick where you want to think of the notes as positions rather than looking at the direction of the note. So I don't know if I can actually like show my desktop. Okay, that's my desktop. I'm gonna take this. All right, let's do some drawing. So imagine you have this position right here and this position right here. All right. So in Beat Saber, there's only 12 different positions that the notes can spawn, right? So I think the grid looks somewhat like this, right? So you have like a 4 by 3. Okay, that I drew a 4 by 4. Hold up, let me do that again. That's this and then this, right? No, it's the other way. I'm so bad. No, all right. We're starting over. Okay. 2 lanes. And then 3 lanes. There it is. All right, we got it right. We got it right. No, usually I have a screenshot of that grid. All right. That's why you don't do edibles. All right. So now we have this pattern right here. We have this position right here and this position right here, which is right here and right here. Okay. The way you want to think about linear jump, I'll move this so that you guys can see. The way you want to think about this is you want to think of drawing like kind of in your head. You draw a straight line between the 2 positions. So you draw a straight line from that position to that position, right? Which would look like this. All right. This is a perfectly 45 degrees angle. All right. So you draw a straight line that would look like this because the note is actually going to go forward. All right. So I need hard coaching. Yeah, I really do need I need like a tablet or something. Thanks for the gifted sub. And now it's hiding my drawing though. All right. And the way you want to do it is you want to position your hand into that line, and then you want to give your wrist the correct orientation so that you swing back and forth in between these two positions. All right. So imagine that this is your neutral position, and then you are swinging. Let's say this is your natural up and down swing like this. Okay. Then you're gonna swing up and down using your wrist. All right. And all you can do is use your arm to reposition your hand between the 2 notes that you're trying to do the linear pattern. And then you rotate your wrist on itself at the correct angle, and then you swing back and forth with that new angle. So basically, imagine that this is your natural up and down swing. Then if you rotate your wrist by 45 degrees, and then you keep swinging up and down, all right, then you're gonna get that angle right here. So you're gonna be able to swing between the 2 patterns. Does that make sense? Thank you for the gifted sub again, Afton. I really appreciate. So you completely ignore the direction of the note. You see, I never mention any direction, right? I only mention like the orientation of your wrist according to the two positions you're trying to swing between. Jesus. I was just back at my using ankle that much. All right. Second thing that we're gonna see today. All right, you guys better take notes because this is extremely important. Imagine that you have a down note. Okay. The amount of angle that you can actually go overboard is 60 degrees. All right. So there's a 60 degrees tolerance at which you can actually hit the note, which is a lot. Okay. Thank you again for the gifted sub. After actually going nuts with the sub. I guess I know why you like. I know why you're gifting sub, Afton. It's because of that new sub alert. I know it. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Anyway, so there's a 60 degrees tolerance at which you can actually hit the note. All right. So does I care about the angle? Not at all. It does not matter. It does not matter. It's just how close to the center you are, all right? And it doesn't matter. Let's say you have a note in this position. It doesn't matter if the note is sideways or if it's upward. Both notes will have exactly the same center. So you will have to aim exactly the same place for both different notes. It might be. It might be. Okay. Now, how much is 60 degrees, right? Because it's pretty cool, all right? You can hit the note at a 60 degrees angle, but how much is actually 60. So you can take the corner to corner angle from the note, okay? You can take the corner to corner angle, and you note that corner to corner angle is actually 45 degrees, which is not even close. I mean, it's not high enough for that 60 degrees, which means that 60 degrees is a little past that angle, similar to this. So obviously it's not to scale. I don't take it for granted, but hello noodle. Jesus Christ. So you can hit the note from a whole like 120 degrees range and still hit it correctly. So if you want to know how much is that 60 according to the note, then you can take it in your head about that 45 degrees angle, just like this, and you know you can go a little past that angle. So that right here that I just draw would be the degrees tolerance for that note. Oh my God, around that area. What? Thank you for followers too, guys. I see all of you, but I kind of want to upload this to YouTube, so doing it live is very interesting. So you really don't have to be scared about missing note for the angles. To be honest, it's so generous that you don't have to be afraid. As long as you think you're close to the 45 degrees angle, then you know you're gonna be fine. You can abuse it a lot more. Yeah. Anyway. Hope it was somewhat useful. What else did I notice? I think on the tap jumps there was quite a bit of overswing, but I think the rest is actually pretty fine. So it's really not a bad replay. It's more about how you're aiming. It's more about like how you're it's more about the angle of how you're angling your wrist to aim at certain notes during the jumps. So it's really just what I explained here. So you want to aim at the position of the note, and instead of like paying attention to the direction, you need to work on AC. Yeah, it's literally pretty much it. I don't think I noticed anything else here. Yeah, here if you look at the bottom right camera, there's like a fair bit of overswing at the top. You really don't have to swing that much or bring your wrist that high. So try to be as consistent as possible in your swings. Oh yeah, there's another trick here actually. There's a trick that I personally use on that section. And I don't know if some of you guys also use that, but there's a trick here. Basically, if you tip the first note as much as you can and hilt the second one, you can swing this significantly slower than what you're supposed to. So basically, what is possible to do is you can actually swing the up note so late that you can hit the left one at the same time that you're hitting the right one. It's not even cheesing TD. It's not cheesing TD. It's just a trick that you can do. There's something that we used back in the days for gallops. So you know louder than steel, right? So the way back in the days, louder than steel 400 BPM flick were really hard to get good accuracy on. So instead, what people did was instead of flicking it as fast as they could, was the ducky with gallops. Instead of flicking as hard as they could, they would actually tip the first note, so they would hit it super early, and they would hit the second note super late, which actually made it so much easier to swing for those flick. And I think you can do exactly the same thing here. I don't really license. We're gonna open the queue in a bit as well. So I think this is something you can do here. If you hit the note way earlier, you can actually hit the second one way later. And I believe, I'm pretty sure I actually do it on my replay. But I don't know how many people actually do that trick. Yeah, I can definitely hit the second note way later than this, so I don't think I used it that much here. It's doing it a little bit, but that could definitely be way better than this, so that would be something to practice.